Okay, this is for my people that have fallen away from God, that just don't believe in God anymore. And this is also for my people that are atheists. First off, I just want to say this video is not meant to bash anyone. This video is not meant to hurt anyone in any way, shape, or form. And I just want to start off by asking, why do you not believe in God? Is it because you grew up in the church and somebody in the church hurt you? Is it because growing up you got essayed? Is it because somebody you love dearly passed away? Is it because your parents weren't there for you growing up? Is it because you're sick in any way? Like, what is the reason? Because you don't just like automatically you just don't believe in God because God doesn't exist. There has to be like a deeper meaning why you don't believe in God, or maybe you just don't believe in God because you believe in crystals, and crystals have some healing power or something like that. Like, what is the reason that you don't believe in God? I want you to know that if you grew up essayed, or you grew up having somebody that you love dearly pass away, or somebody in the church hurt you, or whatever, I want you to know that those people is not the one that made that happen. God isn't the one that made you get essayed. God isn't the one that made the people in the church hurt you. God isn't the one that made you sick and all this other stuff. I mean, he might, but in the end result, most of what happened to us is because God is trying to build us up for a greater cause, or it's the enemy trying to attack you and bring you down. Because let me tell you, I grew up basically getting essayed from somebody in my family. I grew up with being verbally abused and physically abused. I grew up constantly in the hospital because I have like 3 different medical problems wrong with me. I grew up with a lot of family members that I loved passing away. I grew up with basically none of my siblings being around, and I grew up with no friends. In elementary, no friends. Middle school, no friends. High school, no friends. And because of all of that, I had a lot of depression. But you know what? Instead of turning away from God and blaming everything on God for all these problems that I went through growing up, instead of turning away and blaming him and saying, God, it's your fault, you're the reason I'm going through all this stuff, I turned towards God. And because I turned towards God instead of turning away, I am filled with so much joy in my life in God. And because of that, since that moment, since changing my life around and turning towards God, he has blessed me in so many ways. I am married, I have a kid, I have my own house now. We bought a car. We have food on the table. We have all these clothes, and we have our little garden and animals, and we have so much because God has blessed us. Now, I want you to know that the difference between pure joy from God and happiness, joy is something that is lasting forever. Joy is what God brings towards you, and he fills you up with joy because he loves you. Happiness is something that's temporary. Happiness is what's in the world. Happiness is drugs, alcohol, sex outside of marriage, partying. That's what happiness is. Happiness is going to travel and all this other worldly things that are basically not real. And I rather believe in God and no, let me reword that. I'd rather believe in somebody that's up in the sky watching over me, that gave me all this stuff and gave me pure joy, and one day when I pass away, go to heaven than hell, than not believe in something that's not that's in in heaven, and then one day. All right, let me reword everything. So, let's say God's not real. Let's say the devil isn't real. Let's say heaven and hell are not real. And one day we die and we just become nothing. We're just or part of darkness. We're just not here anymore, and our souls are not here and nothing is here. Okay, let's say that. Cool, great. I lived my life following God for nothing, all right? But let's say God is real. Let's say heaven is real. Let's say the devil's real. Let's say hell is real, all right? I'd rather live my life chasing after God, and then when I die, go to heaven, than living for this world, chasing after happiness, and when I die, go straight to hell and live eternity in hell burning. All right. So, for the people that say, let's see, what does somebody say? All right, for the people that say, oh, everything in the Bible is fake, none of it's real, show proof that Jesus exists, and all this other stuff. This is basically what I have to say to that stuff. Throughout history, rulers and political leaders have often used the Bible to justify their actions and to legitimize, how do you say that word, their authority. For example, monarchs from the Bible to support their claims. The Bible has also been a catalyst for social change, inspiring movements for liberation, justice, and equality. It played a significant role in the abolition, how do you say that, of slavery, the civil rights movement, and other struggles for human rights. In some cases, the Bible has provided valuable historical and geographical information that has helped researchers locate and excavate Jerusalem, Jericho, Bethlehem, and so on and so forth. The Bible continues to be a resource for scholars and explorers seeking to understand the history and geography of the ancient Near East and its connections to the modern world. Let me read to you what faith is and why I have faith. Faith, so I'm going to read it straight out of the Bible. And it says in Hebrews 11, verse 1, it says, now faith is confidence in what we hope for and assurance about what we do not see. Faith is something that you're hoping for and believing that you will receive it even though you don't see it yet. If this video hasn't taught you anything and still hasn't changed your mind on why God exists or why God doesn't exist or whatever, I want to leave you with this. I want you to if you don't believe in God, if you believe God is some evil thing or God just doesn't exist, I want you to do your research. Do your research on, show me proof that God doesn't exist or show me proof that God does exist. I want you to know that if you were ever hurt in any way, shape, or form growing up, or simply now, maybe, yeah, maybe it is God that's doing that, because he's not doing it because he hates you. He's not doing it because he doesn't love you. He's simply doing it, one, to strengthen your faith and to turn towards him and to lean on him through the struggles, or two, simply to just teach you to become smarter and more wise and grow and have wisdom. Or maybe it is the devil that is doing this, and maybe he's the one that's making you go through all these struggles and heartache, because and maybe God's letting him because he wants you to build your faith. He wants you to lean on him through the heartache, and he wants you to build your knowledge and wisdom. And yeah, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.